All right. First and foremost, I want to start off by saying Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Call Halal Yahweh, Ba Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba Shem, Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS, Great Millstone, who rule well and who taught me this truth. And a shalom to you, sincere Akim, out there listening, learning, and pushing this truth. And shalom to the few sincere Akwath that are out there listening and learning as well. With that being said, I'm going to jump straight into this video. I don't want to Ratazah to be edifying. As usual, I'm going to go into Rakah Kwadash. And it's going to be real quick. As you can see, this lesson is going to be based upon the war drills that China has been running around Taiwan. All right. So this is off of the BBC News. It says China rehearses sealing off Taiwan in third day of drills. I think they've been from like what was it? I think it was from Friday or Saturday. But like I said, 3 days. They've been doing it for 3 days rehearsing. Right. I'm gonna read a little bit of the transcript. I'm not gonna play the video because I don't want to get copyright stricken. All right. So again, it's off of the BBC News. 14 minutes ago. So it says China rehearses sealing off Taiwan in third day of drills. It says China said it was simulating sealing off Taiwan in a third day of drills as it appeared to use an aircraft carrier to launch jets toward the island. Taiwan said it had detected jets to its east, while China said its Shandong aircraft carrier had taken part. Beijing began the exercises on Saturday after Taiwan President Xi Jinping met the U.S. House Speaker in California. So as you can see, like I said, Beijing began the exercises on Saturday after Taiwan President Xi Jinping met the House Speaker in California. So that infuriated China. Okay, it made it got them angry. All right, because we're not in the time of peace. We're in a time of war, wars and rumors of wars. Ultimately, the third woe is coming quickly. Okay, but we know one major prophecy has to pop off first. Okay, prior to the third's woe, you know, actually popping off, which we know is Revelation 13 and 16, the charagma being made mandatory, the hour of temptation, and that's right at the door. Okay, that's right at the door. This digital system is being rolled out right in front of your face. All right. And once that digital system, that digital ool is made mandatory, hey, that's the beginning of Jacob's trouble. All hell is going to break loose. The third's woe is right there. All right. Which I got a couple scriptures I'm going to close out with. So let's read the transcript, right? Hey, beautiful times, like I keep saying, that we're living in. Yapa times for the hopeful elect. Horrific times for the rest of you. You heathens and 2/3 of Yasharallah that refuse to repent. So it says, Chinese military forces are conducting drills around Taiwan for a third day. Taiwan's defense ministry says it's detected 11 Chinese warships and 59 aircraft around the island. 39 entered Taiwan's air defense zones on Monday morning. Well, these are some of the latest images of the drills released by China's military, and shown on the country's state television. The Chinese display of force has added to tensions between China and the United States. Again, tensions are at an all-time high. Um, hey, the third's woe is coming quickly. All right, third's woe is coming quickly, and all these nations are licking their chops. All right, they're ready. You know, and like it says in Joel, let the weak say I'm strong. Wake up the mighty men, which I'm going to bring that out. You know, America's ripe for the picking. You know, America's losing its hegemony. These other nations are clicking up, chiefly Gog and Magog and Moab. You know, these BRICS nations. You know, hey, beautiful times. It says, uh, Well, these are some of the latest images of the drills released by China's military and shown on the country's state television. The Chinese display of force had added to tensions between China and the United States. Hey, tensions are high in the world. Hey, Lebanon just uh, shot a bunch of rockets, missile strikes on Israel. You got the tensions high between Russia and the Ukraine and NATO. Tensions are at an all-time high. You got North Korea. You know, tensions are high with all these nations because they're preparing to go to war. You see, Salaki a little congested, but yeah, all these nations are preparing to go to war. They're clicking up. They're choosing sides. That's what you see happen with Finland. That's why Finland joined the NATO. You see, you got other countries trying to petition to join NATO. They're clicking up because it's inevitable. The third woe is right around the corner. All right, the third world's war. All right. So it says the United States. Let's see. The Chinese display of force has added to tensions between China and the United States. And just to say that the U.S. Navy has said that it has sailed a guided missile destroyer through contested waters claimed by China near the Spratly Islands to assert navigational passage rights. With the latest on those drills, here's our correspondent. Tokyo drills, which China calls Operation Joint Swords. Salakia, I gotta blow my nose. Salakia. It says Tokyo drills, which China calls Operation Joint Swords, were a hearing from China. We are hearing from China, from Taiwan, from Japan, and from the United States, and all the lines that were getting point to extremely heightened tensions around Taiwan. We understand from Japanese Defense Ministry that the Shandong, which had already passed through Taiwan's waters hours after the Taiwanese president met, hours, not even days, hours, they was ready to go. He said they're not fucking around. Hours after the Taiwanese president met with the U.S. House Speaker of Representatives on Friday. Now we know that the aircraft carrier, the Shandong, has conducted air operations in water close to Okinawa. We understand that jet fighters and helicopters took off and landed on the carrier about 140 times between Friday and Sunday. We also understand from the Taiwanese Ministry of Defense that they have spotted 1,111 ships, 11 warships, 59 military planes, and as you say, almost 40 about 39 have crossed into Taiwanese airspace. So you get, let's read a little bit more. All of that is in the context of China's anger, its response to the Taiwanese president saying when meeting Kevin McCarthy, they see this as U.S. interference in what they see as China's internal policy. But of what? This is lucky. Let's read that again. Salakia. All of that, course, is in the context of China's anger, its response to Taiwanese president saying when meeting Kevin McCarthy, they see this as U.S. interference in what they see as China's internal policy. But of course, Taiwan wants closer ties with the United States. The Taiwanese president at the time said that Taiwan was glad that it wasn't isolated, but what we're seeing now is China's essentially coming good on its promise of reprisals after that meeting. So that's pretty much the point. The tensions are high, at an all-time high. Tensions are at an all-time high on every front. These kingdoms are divided, Hey, because we're not in the time of peace, We're not in the time of peace. We're in the time of war. All right, so let me hit a couple scriptures and I'll close out. Again, Salakia, I had to keep pausing it. Like I said, I'm congested, my allergies and shit acting up. But you got to get the lessons out. All right, no excuses. All right, so I'm gonna jump around. It's Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1. It says, "To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born, and a time to die, a time to plant, and a time to pluck up that which is planted, a time to kill, and a time to heal, a time to break down, and a time to build up." Hey, the Lord is breaking down this kingdom, this world. He's breaking Esau, Edom down, bit by bit. And he's building up the tabernacle of David of old, which is fallen, and sealing up the breaches thereof. A time to weep. Hey, we're coming into only the elect, well, the whole world is weeping. They're mourning because they're being oppressed, because the wicked is ruling. But really, the elect are out there weeping and mourning and sighing and crying for all the abominations done therein. You know? The rest of the world is pretty much oblivious to the times. You know? They're saying, especially you Babylonians, you're saying peace and safety. You know? You know? You think you're in a good case, but you're sadly mistaken. You're in for a rude awakening. A lot of you Babylonians think you're in a good case, but hey, you don't even realize the city of confusion is being broken down. And your laughter is about to turn to mourning, because we're at the door of Jacob's trouble. All hell is about to break loose. Evil times on the horizon. A time like never before, per Daniel 12:1. So again, a time to weep and a time to laugh. A time to mourn and a time to dance. Let's jump down to verse 8. A time to love and a time to hate. And we're coming into time where the love of many is going to wax cold. We're coming into the time where they're going to hate the whore. All these nations are going to hate the whore and burn her with fire. Even America's allies are going to turn upon her. All right? Even her mother is going to be sore confounded. All right? And shoot missiles on this place. Okay? That's the times that we're coming into. Evil times. The third's woe. Again, a time to love and a time to hate. A time of war. That's the times that we're in. Wars and rumors of wars. Ultimately, the third's woe is right around the corner. Not to mention, prior to that, all hell is going to be breaking loose. Class wars, race wars, civil wars, a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. We're not in the time of peace, all right? We in war times. This is Joel chapter 3, verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Salakia. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. Wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord Yahweh. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Yahweh Shaphat. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. And that's the time that we're living in. The third woe is coming quickly. I'm going to close out here. Let's see. Isaiah 13:1. It reads, the burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see. Lift thee up a banner upon the high mountain. That's what we're doing. These scriptures, we're bringing out these prophecies, sighing and crying for all the abominations done therein. The high mountain, the highest mountain, hills and mountains represent governments and nations, small and great nations. And the highest nation is America. All right? She's that whore that's riding the beast. Lift thee up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the nobles. Meaning, tell them off. Tell them off. And we're exposing this devil. Shameful spewing is on his glory. All right? You see? that man's sin is revealed. It says, I have commanded my sanctified ones, that's the elect, the hopeful elect, right? I have also called my mighty ones for mine anger, starting with the angels, right? And also those missiles, you know? That's the indignation of the Lord, those ICBMs, intercontinental ballistic missiles, even that them that rejoice in my highness. The noise of multitude in the mountains like as of a great people, those missiles. A tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together in the valley of Yehoshaphat for that third's woe. The Lord of hosts, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, mustereth the host of the battle. That's what he's doing. He's stirring these nations up. He's fanning the flames. You know? Yahushai said, I come to set fire on the earth, and what may I if it be already kindled? Yahushai Hamashiach is coming back in the midst of the third's woe. All hell breaking loose. They come from a far country, the Lord's arrows, intercontinental ballistic missiles, hypersonic missiles. They come from a far country, it says, they come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord Yahweh and the weapons of his indignation. Those missiles, the Lord's arrows, to destroy the whole land utterly of America, Babylon the Great. It's going to be desolate. Howl ye, for the day of the Lord Yahweh is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. That's the time that we're coming into. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is going to judge this place. He's going to destroy this place. All right? So again, Salakia, like I said, I'm congested, stuffed up and shit, allergies flaring. But I had to do this lesson. I got to bring it out. We live in exciting times, beautiful times. You know, our redemption truly is nigh, man. You know, all hell is about to break loose. You know, we're right there, baby. We're right there. Keep pushing, keep fighting, man. We're close. Shalom. Wa abad babal. Kwam Yasharallah.